On our way back, the weather has been nothing short of bipolar all day. It was supposed to rain all day today at the Meadows. I never saw a drop. Not one. Not complaining. Never saw a drop. It was supposed to pour all night at the music festival, the music concert. Not supposed to rain till 10 o'clock now at the music concert. So I told Amy we'll bring umbrellas, for the walk back to the car, but we should be in good shape. We should be in good shape as we go to the concert tonight. A great day. I told everybody, obviously disappointed that Dunga beat yesterday. That's racing. Everybody gets beat. Doesn't matter whether it's your 30th start, 20th start, or your first start. They all get beat. She's still a quality filly. Now the job is to figure out what happened. Why'd she look a little weak? Because she did to me. And then fix it. That's it. Then I come off maybe a little arrogant this morning in saying that I thought that Cherry's Girl would win. I just felt the way she looked in her qualifier, her body language. I knew that there wasn't going to be a problem with speed. And the way her body language was in that qualifier, I thought she was as good or better than any of those horses. Now, I didn't really have to quarter pole her to the front. I felt if Dave got everything his own way with the only horse that on paper could beat her, I'm not giving away victories. So I would rather make both of them earn it. I'm going to earn my second, or you're going to earn your first, one or the other. And she was perfect on the front end and trotted hard through the wire. This is a very telling story to all of you out there that watch the horses train down, and I get all the emails. Why is my horse making breaks? Why does my horse not look as good? Cherry's Girl went from being a sour, ignorant filly to a treat to drive when she sees the starting gate. This is a filly that kicked one of our caretakers and cracked her pelvis in the wintertime. Pulled up, couldn't put her near the front, did not want to do her work. Just truthfully, and I've said this before, a bit of a troll. And then go out and look like that? You never even scratched the surface there. I didn't pull the earplugs. I only called on her for a quarter of a mile, and she was great. And showed no signs of letting anybody near her down the lane. Understands her work. And now finally realizes she's actually very good at it. She rears up going through the wire, coming back to the winner's circle, walking out of the winner's circle. Looked to me like she got a taste of something she liked. Jailbird Jog spent the better part of the winter on the run. I had people all the time email me, I know you say she's fast, but when is she going to put it all together? Is this not concerning to you that this filly makes breaks? Why don't you go with her more? Why are we watching her make breaks every week? You got to understand the process, and it doesn't work that way. And I hope everybody remembers that, because those are two very good horses. One of the nicest trotters maybe we've ever had. So far, anyway. I guess if you're just going to judge her stage by stage and say at this stage of her life, yeah, I'd say she's one of the more talented horses we've ever had. At this stage. Now, she still has to go out and race other horses and win races and make money. And she'll get her chance starting on Monday. But again, I want everybody just to take a deep breath and understand what we're talking about. When I tell you I'm not worried about Jailbird Jog's breaks, she'll put it all together. She's just a little frustrated, a little fractious, a little hot. She'll get it all put together. And she did. And Cherry's Girl, a filly that we like, clearly has talent, but just was sour and lazy and just didn't want to do it. Didn't look good. Was she any good? I don't know. She is now. When that starting gate comes out and those wings unfold, sometimes weird things happen. And that certainly looks like it's the case with Cherry's Girl. She looked extremely good today. And somebody might say, so wow, 58, she got everything her own way. Everybody thinks they got a good horse, right? Everybody lined up in the gate and was optimistic about their horse today. Nobody went in behind the gate thinking, oh, well, this horse is going to run. This horse is going to be no good. Cherry's Girl went out and did something she doesn't do very often. Quarter pole to the front. Rarely put her anywhere near the front training because she would pull up. Put her on the front, drove away, commandingly, and looked very comfortable in doing so. So very proud of what she did today and happy the way the babies are turning out thus far. Obviously, we have Diosa della Danza tomorrow, we have Uncle Danny on Friday, and we have Highest Honors on Saturday. That's what we have left in the 2-year-old wagon for this week. 17 horses will qualify on Sunday. Now we're having a little bit of a... Kelly wanted to put the program out for everybody. So obviously, I'm another 5 minutes into a video and I haven't talked about the open house. I think we have about... I think Kelly said... I don't know what she said. Maybe 50 people RSVP'd so far. It's going to be a lot of fun in Northfield on Sunday, that's for sure. And a lot of fun for the people back at the barn too. I talked to the lady who runs the kitchen at Northfield. She's going to stay open also, or she's going to open up early to accommodate everybody in the barn. And if you want to come back, I think Kelly has a list of people that a list that you can go on to. If you want to come back to the barn and see the horses, you're more than welcome to. It should be a lot of fun. Now Sunday, when Sunday's over, Monday everything starts. Oak Grove, Monday afternoon. I'm going to be there. We did have one double. There was only 3 divisions of fillies. Love Sensation doubled up with Zena Kemp, and I think knowing that I want to just work with Love Sensation. Listen, she wants no part of Zena Kemp right now, but I want to work with Love Sensation and turn her into the best filly she can be. I'm going to go with her. Dexter Dunn doesn't have a horse in there, and I had said to Eric, maybe see if Dexter can drive Zena Kemp. Mike said she was a little race car the other day. I'm sure Dexter will have a lot of fun with her if in fact he's going, and we'll drive her. So I'll go with Love Sensation. I'll go with the other horses. Jailbird Jog drew the middle of the gate, which is good. Degas drew in also. Now I will preface the Degas start with this. Okay. Scoped her yesterday. I told you guys she had some mucus in her airway still. That was the end, what we thought was the end of a virus. Might have been a little bit of a nasty one too. So when you'll hear me talk once in a while about an SAA test, a serum amyloid A test. It's more of a what some people call a snap test. You'll take that, it will tell you if your horse is sick or not. It's a range, I think the veterinarian told me the range on it is 0 to 3,000. 3,000, you're pretty sick. Pretty sick. Seek medical attention immediately. 0 is what you come up if you're not sick at all. And more times than not, we'll have ranges from 50 to 40, 30, 18, 14, things of that nature. You might reach 100 or so. Zena Kemp's was 1,400. So she is definitely sick. But he said, don't read too much into it. You've already started her on antibiotics last week. Maybe they weren't the right antibiotics for the virus. So we'll move to something a little more broad span. We'll go to broad spectrum. We'll go to Genison. So we're going to put it, they started her on Genison already. Now, she seems fine. She's eating her breakfast. She seems to be getting better. They have her on the nebulizer. We'll continue to keep her on the nebulizer over here. So what now? Nebulizer twice a day, lots of fluids, keep her on Genison. On Saturday morning, we will do another SAA test on Degas. And if she isn't down to 0, or certainly trending aggressively in that direction, she will not go on that truck on Saturday. She will not ship until she is healthy. Now we have a 5-horse trailer and 6 horses potentially slated to go. And although in New York is not in, we're taking him to the Lebanon Fair next week. Eric's going to go with him. He's not in. He can be also eligible and head down a little bit earlier than we thought and get acclimated in the heater that is Oak Grove Racetrack. So that's a little look at what went on today. That's a little update. Now, as far as issues, we have the issue with Degas that we're working on. We had some vet work done on the horses that qualified yesterday. Dr. Stanek did some work on some of the horses. Nothing too serious, really, just some minor brush work heading into the summer. I spoke to Megan and Scotty about we'll talk about her in a second, about Perfect Thought, and Perfect Thought is going to Megan's and Scotty's. Looked at the calendar last night. We're working through it. It looks like New Jersey Sires, New Jersey Classic, She's a Great Lady, Breeders' Crown, will take up most of her schedule. I'm not too concerned about the kindergarten. The biggest reason being it's kind of laid on top of the New Jersey Sires. New Jersey Sires is 3 legs and a final starting on July the 11th. Well, if we want to race in the kindergarten, it starts July 4th. So you think we're going to race her 5 weeks in a row? Throw in a prep race before any of these stake races? Now you're talking about 6 out of 7 weeks? I don't think so. I think we'll prep her sometime in the next 10 or 12 days at the Meadowlands, and then she'll skip the kindergarten and go right into the New Jersey Sire Stakes 3 divisions. So Megan and Scotty graciously said they would take Perfect Thought, and that is where she is headed to. A couple of other updates, as many of you know. I can't for the life of me figure out how this guy's bumper got dented. Come on, man, get out of the way. As many of you know, Sterling Hanover. We put the dynamic scope on Sterling Hanover today just to see. Now the dynamic scope is a scope that is affixed to the horse as the horse is training. There was a little laxity detected in one side of the palate on Sterling Hanover. That's not uncommon. You'll see laxity. JK Victory has one. We have a number of horses, probably 3 or 4 really talented horses over the last year where you might hear them once in a while make a little flutter. You can't really put your finger on it. Well, it's just that some people just call it a droopy, there's laxity in there. It doesn't move the exact same as the entirety of the palate, and you can hear all that as that air is going in and out. So wanted to figure out what was going on with Sterling Hanover. Dr. Rosenbacher got back to me and said there was a little laxity there. What he thought what they would do is work on that vocal cord on that side of Sterling Hanover. There'd be a procedure done. Dr. Cote is a surgeon. I know Dr. Cote very well. Super meticulous and very, very good surgeon. He's done a lot of work on our horses over the years. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that saved the Tactical Landing King of the North sister when she was a baby. Played a big role in that. So, punch the clock, yeah. So, a very, very good surgeon. She'll give me a call, and I've known her for almost 20 years. She'll give me a call in the next, I hope, the next couple of days. They'll figure out when they want to schedule it. She'll give me the rundown of what kind of downtime he's looking at. I want to make it very importantly clear to Dr. Rosenbacher that I wasn't looking for a short-term fix. I need to know what your thoughts are short-term, long-term, and what is best for the horse, because it's a nice horse. It's a nice colt, and I always thought and I always knew that he would need a little time to mature. We knew that. That's why he ended up in Ontario. And that's fine. We can work with this. He wasn't too worried about it. He said, Anthony, of all the things that could have went wrong, this is not one of the worst. So we can work on it. It doesn't look too bad, and I'll talk to Dr. Cote and Natalie Cote. I'll give you a call. So that was Sterling Hanover. That was some good news. I mean, obviously news that's going to cost him a little bit of time, but still good news. And the only thing is, and this is what people forget too, is that when these horses are on downtime, for one thing, it also gives the rest of their body an opportunity to cool down, fill out, mature. So it's not a bad thing that he gets a little bit of time right now on a schedule that I was going to give him time anyway. And then Millie Girl, trained Millie Girl today. Amy, she turned into quite the driver. We trained her and Jailbird Jog together. No, you're not going out of there. You stay right there, Mr. Blue Car. We trained Millie Girl and Jailbird Jog together. I wanted them in the bike. I wanted to get a feel for how Millie Girl was getting over that virus that she had. I wanted to get a feel for how Jailbird Jog was. I did not want to have Jailbird Jog started up, right? We went through a pretty extensive discussion about Jailbird Jog and where we want to go with her. Landed on Oak Grove, and I'm glad that we did, even though a race against a horse that I own a piece of. So I still, it's best for the clients and best for the horse, I believe. So Jailbird Jog, just a little tighter today. 2.5 last quarter and 29 seconds. 2.4 and 3. Amy cut it out. Looked a little professional. She cut it out and she beat me. Now I just stayed mostly behind her. I didn't want to even start the engine up on Jailbird Jog. I just wanted to get a little work into her. And Amy said she was good, but seems a little flat. I said, you know what, honey? The last time that filly felt really strong was when we had the flip-flops on her. Maybe we'll go back to flip-flops. And Dr. Gillis was here looking at Capistrano Knight's back. She thought her back was a little out. She was working on it, going to fix it up for Sunday. We were in the midst of training all the Ohio breds, getting them all ready for Sunday morning's qualifying session. And I had her scope Neptune, who trained today, trained good. Little mucus, cleaning that up. Sounds familiar. And scope Millie Girl, and she bled. I did not see that coming. I didn't see that one coming. I thought mucus. I guess in hindsight, she did feel like a bleeder. Remember when I trained her at 59 3 weeks ago, and I told everybody she was good? Maybe she trained so good, I felt stupid saying she was a little flat. She kind of was a little flat. Now, I thought that we scoped her that day, but we had so many horses trained that it spread into the afternoon. And I know that there was a point in time when Dr. Latessa, he had to go to Lasix, so he couldn't scope some of them. Because I find it hard to believe she didn't bleed that day, but did bleed today under a very, a very strict training. So Amy did a great job rating the miles. She went like 31, 103, 135, 2, 4, and 3. It was like a perfectly rated mile. And I was surprised when they said she bled like a 2.5 out of 5. So it looks like out of all our babies, we have 2 horses that are going to start their career on Lasix. Shockingly to me, Millie Girl, and not so shockingly to me, Blue Rare. So it was a little bit of an odd day, a day that I thought was going to be full of rain. The only rain we got was on the road, there and back, none on the track. I got a win with Cherry's girl, Melisandre. As I said to my partner, Rob, I said, she tries really hard to lose. She's a bit of a hanger, but one of these days she can't run and hide from the winner's circle too often. And I thought she should have won today. Thought the hobbles were hitting her a little bit. I'd said to Tim, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put the belly band hobbles on her next week. I want to take them off so bad. I'm chicken. I just can't bring myself to do it just yet. But I think if she draws in a place where she's going to be bet down again, she draws outside with a long shot, in with some tougher horses, then by all means, I will take the hobbles off her. But I think we'll go to the belly band hobbles next week on her. I just felt like they were hitting her a little hard, finishing up her mile. Even Rob said, she put a couple steps in, was she off? No, I thought the hobbles were just a hair tight, maybe. They shouldn't be. We've been letting them out a lot. But they need to go right out. So we'll put the belly band hobbles on her next week, take some weight off of her up front. I don't think we can get the flip-flops off her just yet because she was getting footsore. She was getting footsore in Northfield. Remember when she made the break in Northfield and then we put the flip-flops on her and brought her back over here? I don't want a repeat of that. So for now, we'll leave the flip-flops on, takes a little bit of weight off her up front, put the belly band hobbles on her, let them out long, and see how she races next week. She will take a mark of 55, 56. At some point, she will, I promise. I'm sure of it. But maybe lacking just a hair of Eye of the Tiger with Melisandre. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. She'll pile up a little bit of money along the way, and she always has a decent amount of money she's worth as a broodmare. So we'll make the best of a bad situation with respect to Melisandre. Tonight we have Vehement from Post 8. I have no idea what's going to take place there. I'll be watching from the music center. That doesn't look like it's going to rain until we're leaving. Could be worse. So that's how the day went. A few updates from you, some very important ones actually. The Sterling Hanover update, the update on Millie Girl also, the update on us getting our first 2-year-old victory this year. I thought it would be Dune, but instead it is Cherry's Girl. 1 and 2 in our first 2 races this year with babies. We have 3 more coming at you the rest of the week. We'll pick it up tomorrow with Diosa Della Danza. She's a fast filly. We'll see how she races. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, whatever you're doing. Coming to Mumford & Sons. I'll see you there. Take care.